I am on about 5 minutes early, so as everybody knows, if you're watching this on a rerun, skip to about 6:02, 6:03. That's when I'll start running random. What's up, Jack? Oh, I'm tired, man. Oh, we did a lot of small chores today. WWE pay per view's about to kick the preview off, but I want to watch the pay per view tonight. I was thinking about, well, I can't broadcast it, of course, but have it in the background playing. But it might end up getting me booted or something. What's up, Hubers? Lineup's going to be the giveaway, and then we'll go into the mini helmet at the end. Then we're going to call it a day. I'm going to get some dinner on and watch some Extreme Rules. Gotta watch something that has Extreme in it. Oh, yeah, yeah, I would. I was going to call it Extreme Watches Extreme, but I was like, well, what I would do is I wouldn't monetize it so I wouldn't get the copyright. I would demonetize the video itself. You probably were one a while back. I haven't had anybody to mods recently, I don't think. I usually try to catch people when I'm like not doing much on here. When they pop in the chat, they're not mod, just so I can tell when newer people come in. That reminds me, I want to try something here. What does this do? Huh. I don't know if it comes up on the screen or not. Yes, it does. There's a new little gadget thing on there, and I pulled it up. But it looks like it's killing my bandwidth by doing it. Let me pull her off and see what happens. It's still kind of high. We got to open over here. Oh, we'll take my slabs off. See if that does anything. Not really. Probably all the random orgs I got open right now. Oh, that's cool. What's up, CBC? How was the auction today? I stayed for a little bit, but I had to get a lot of stuff done out around the house. Laundry, dishes, the usual. Clean the outside windows and stuff. And I didn't even realize it's supposed to freaking rain for 5 days, so all my cleaning of the outside windows was just stupidity. Oh, yeah. When I first started, my face was always on here because where the top camera's at, I used to have the camera pointed towards me, but I rotated going down because I used to get so excited I would knock. This camera's not mounted right here. As you can see, it's really oh crap! Now I just made myself all crazy. It's wobbly, so there we go. And I would knock it over, so I didn't want anybody ever thinking, that I switched a pack out, so I love the top camera. That was all mostly just for new people, and then when I was doing eBay breaks and stuff like that, you just want to give everybody the security of knowing it. But yeah, when I used to be on Breakers TV, you used to be able to see my face all the time until I'd break, and then I'd swap camera or screens. Just trying to make it level again. There we go. Looks a little better. Nothing huge, CBC, huh? Oh, yeah, about 2 minutes. We'll fire up the giveaway, and then we'll punch in the helmet afterwards. Well, heck, back then I don't know. I got a full beard going on. I got what they call the old um, COVID beard going on. Now I did trim it down a while back. It's probably about, oh, I bet you a little over an inch out again now. Never mind the man behind the camera. Hey, what's going on, Fall Creek Collectibles? Go. See, no joke, there is a WWE pay per view called Extreme Kickoff Show. Anybody that's not a WWE person. I think the other one was about Delta Airlines coronavirus. I can't grow one of those, man. I tried. Like my mustache will only get so long and then it just like stops growing, so I have to be careful with it. Plus I don't like getting it all in my food. But I mean I literally went from probably beginning of March to beginning of June, and I finally got into a haircut place like first thing. Had them trim me down a little bit, but like I probably got a mullet going on right now. The only thing that grows like real quick on me is like around my jawbone line and my goatee piece, I guess you can call it. Kind of strange. Yeah, the mustache, man, what I start hating is a lot of times I'll start talking, so I gotta trim it off my lip line. It like pokes me. I got like that thick hair there, and then like everything else is like a more of a thin hair. I don't know how to really explain it, but yeah, I get poked a lot, man. All right, let's run this here. Let me figure out which little thingy I gotta click. There we go. Boom. All right, so 20-25 YouTube subscriber giveaway. We do them weekly. 32 people into it. Top five get a spot in the mini helmet, which will close it out. I'm taking the last four so we can get the mini helmet over with. And then we got also the top spot. We'll get the 85 Fleer Pucket. And Charles already told me that if he gets the helmet spot, to give it to number six. And I think that was the only thing I had to really be with onto that. As always, we use the virtual dice on here because I really have not found where that cup went with dice in it. So 3 dicers, 5 short times, top five. And you guys do know this is my personal account, so if you type in random.org extreme card breaks, you can view all my giveaways and stuff like that for up to 30 days only. All right, 5 times it is. Good luck, everybody. Oh, one. Let me see if I pull this down a little bit for everybody. That look good? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and the last one. Jack, you're on top. I definitely need your address now. How can I do this? There we go. And I'll flow right back here again. So the top, whoop, that's not it. There we go. Top five was Jack. He gets the card off bat. And then we got Alberto Solo Travel, Jacob, Jack plays Tops Digital, and Braden. And I already was pushing stuff over so we can get through it. And if you guys want, let me log on to this over here and I'll give you guys the code. That way, if you guys want to click on and look at all the rounds where you're at and all that stuff, you can. Just give me a second to fetch into the other computer here. I forgot that it did an update. There's that. Alrighty here. So I'm going to pop up the mini helmet spreadsheet, but it'll be behind everything here. I just got to throw me in for the last. I'm just going to put X's because, yeah, that's the easiest way of me doing it real quick. Those are me whenever they pop up. Alrighty. What's up, Gary? $30. I'm just making sure I got. There are two combo teams, as I said before, and if I find them, Bengals and Bucks and Falcons and Titans. So, all right, let's do the people first. And this is everybody was in it. Titans fan, Strong Crosby, Mountain Gorilla, Brad got some, David, Sam, Rick, Gary, Alberto, CBC, Charles, Bob, Greg, Jack, Alberto, Jacob, Jack, Braden, and I took the last four. My homies. All right, whatever I roll in this dice here will count for both randoms of the owners and the teams. It's all right. Where are we going? 14 times on this. 14. Where did my paper go? Paper. There it is. I got to write a big 14 so I remember to plug that number in next time. All right, everybody. Good luck. Let me scroll her on down. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and final. Titans fan on top. Brad on the bottom. There we go. I forget which paste option it is. I think it's this one. There we go. And flipping back here. I'm just getting all the verifications out of the way now so I can copy and paste them. That's the owner one. All right, moving over. Team time. Number was 14. Good luck, everybody. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there he is, 14. Niners on top. Colts on the bottom. Copy. Paste. I'll take the random down. I'll put the code in there. That's everybody's team on the screen. Give me a second. I'll read them out. I don't know yet. I got to use DoorDash up, man. I got so much credit with them. It might be a Bob Evans night, I'm thinking. Let me go back a screen. There's that. All right, so Niners go Titans fan Brian. You got the Ravens. Rams go to Gary. Rut, as I call him. He gets the Jags. That's kind of fitting. Chargers go to Jacob. Brad got the Packers. I have the Skins. Brian, Eagles and Dolphins. Mr. Mountain Gorilla's got the Chicago Bears. Brian has the Saints. Bob, you have the Falcons Titans combo. I have the Lions Seahawks. Seahawks are loving me on random.org this year. Brad, you got the Bills. I got the Chiefers. The Jets go to David. Jack plays digital. I don't remember the whole thing, but Jack You got the Broncos. Raiders go to Greg. Brad, Giants. Cards go to Alberto. Sam, you have the Steelers. Bengals, Bucks to Brad. Charles, the Panthers. Patriots go to Alberto. Brian with the Browns. Jack with the Cowboys. Braden with the Vikings. Stevie C with them Houston Texans. And Brad with the Colts. Huh. That was a long one. If anybody wants to trade, go ahead. I'll give you guys a couple minutes before I open it. Wow, that was a lot to spit out there very quickly. And you know, there's a Tom Brady Patriots one on here. Rice, Bo, Burrow, Mahomes, Emmett. Same names there. Elway. Hey, if it's a college one, just like I said, it goes to the current team. If they're retired, it goes to whoever they played the most games with. Which is pretty easy with most of these, so. And if there's a ticket in here, so say the helmet is Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys, but the ticket is for this Walter Payton thing down here, the ticket people, the Bears would get the ticket, just so we're all tracking ahead of time. Tua, Burrow. Somebody might have to tell me who CeeDee Lamb plays for. I know Chase Young's Redskins, so stuff like that. So that's why I get the rules out real quick there. So it goes to the owner of the team, if it's a current player. If they are in a college helmet, it goes to their current NFL team. If they no longer play, it goes to the team they played the longest with. If there's a ticket pulled, it will go, if it has specifically what's on it, like the Walter Payton thing, it would go to the Bears. If it was like a Tom Brady autographed jersey, it would go to the Patriots. Huh. Nothing's changed onto it, but nobody wants to trade up. Let's roll. You guys good? I see Bob, Jack, CBC, Alberto's in here. I never wanted you, Alberto. What is that? Probably because every time you come in here, I'm actually not on this side of the computer. Anybody else in here I got to mod up? Gary's in here. All right. Yes, there's not. We have to call them the Washington Blank right now because they don't have a name. But everybody knows they're the Redskins. All right, I'm opening up. Oh, I just hit my stands. Good luck, everybody. Oh, that's right. They have a little. Last time I haven't opened these in a while. The Washington Football Club. Yo, what's up, David? I know there's a piece of paper on top here, and it kind of got me last time. Which way is it? All right. TriStar Authenticate. That'll come with it. I don't know why. Nothing on the bottom of the box. Just look at the top camera. Nothing in the bottom of the box. I'll even shake it there. Mini helmet is for the 49ers. I haven't looked at the autograph yet. I'm looking at who the owner is. Oh, it's on top. Titans fan. I don't know that auto. Carlos Hyde, maybe? Here, I'll give it to you like that. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Anybody have a guess? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Patrick Willis. I would have never guessed that. 2007 NFL Draft, 11th overall pick, 7 Pro Bowl, 5 first team. Man, that dude has a resume. That dude, oops, sorry. That dude has a resume. I'm sitting there reading. I forgot the mini helmet was still up there to the list. Titans fan, I got your address. I don't need it. I will have it out to you tomorrow. Oh, this just tells you how to do the TriStar thingy. Okay. Huh. I like these. These are some speed helmets, man. No kidding. That's kind of cool. I just like this is a 49ers helmet, man. What's up, ABC? They'll come in that box. I just can't remember what size box I sent the last one in. I think it was in a bigger box. You might get a lot of bubble wrap. I cannot remember now. What's up? I don't know if I said hello to ABC now. I probably did. I'm just looking at the helmet. I'm like, that's really a cool looking helmet, to be honest. So this week we're gonna have some Prism baseball. Not Prism baseball. Wait, yeah, it is Prism baseball. Yeah, Prism base. No, Optic baseball. I'm sorry, Optic baseball. Optic baseball is getting released. I'm looking at doing a box of 2015 Prism football and possibly a couple mega boxes from 17-18 Optic basketball. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm not too sure if that's all going to line up right. We should have PSA order in tomorrow again, so we'll do a reveal a little bit later in the evening. I gotta go pick that up from the UPS store, and should have some mail coming in. Should have the last package in for this next PSA order, so I'm gonna start working that up and have it out probably end of this week. It'll be a week early, but hey, get out a week early since everybody I know has already sent their stuff. Sterling, that's top Sterling, isn't it? I have two checked in, one being delivered tomorrow, two bulk that have not been checked in. One it is been received and not logged in yet. That one was mailed out like somewhere after 4th of July. I think it was like the 8th or 9th, 10th, somewhere around there. So I don't expect that to get in the system until end of the month. And then I'm getting another one out now. I'm doing a monthly actually, Jack, with PSA. And I mean, this is just some of the stuff. Now, I hit some stuff yesterday off a random filler with Jacob that'll go get graded too. It's what is that guy's name? DK Metcalf Blue Select out of 75 rookie. There was a Russell Wilson Blue, a DK Metcalf Silver Select rookie, and there was something else in there too. Oh, an AJ Brown White Select out of 35 rookie. And I hit two minis on, so I paid like $46. So I figure I might as well grade them. Some of the stuff you guys seen. This bomb's out of 25. So that's from a couple, like 2 years ago, I think, best. I've been holding it forever. I'm going to look these over, these Mitchells. When I look at what came back tomorrow, Tua, Burrow, Rogers, three Roberts that are pretty good. Zion, LeBron, those both came from ABC's break. Dwayne Haskins, there's some Metcalfs, and this is a Chrome one. And if I could look at what I did on the Tatums, because I got a couple more Tatums. I mean, a Tatum coming back as a 9 is still selling between 55 and $60, so I might send out a couple more Tatums. Is it a bulk order, Fall Creek? Or a quarterly value one? Because those there are way not getting done anytime soon. Like my quarterly just got logged in a couple weeks ago, but they told me look at 45 to 90 business days on it. It's all depending on demand on it. Yeah, bulk you're not even probably going to see for a while. If you guys, oh, hey, what's up, Jason? Hey, if you guys have bulk out, and I mean, I talk to PSA probably bi-weekly because of stuff that I'm sending in versus, and then, like because I gave him an older card before that got redone, like an expired type deal. So, I've been pretty much talking to them a lot, and their times are pretty good. I mean, they're working around the clock. I had that second order's coming in tomorrow, popped like Thursday morning, 2 a.m. California time, and then they shipped it 4 hours later. So they are working some massive hours out there compared to everybody else. They are starting to catch up. Their biggest problem, they told me on the phone, is from when the time it comes in, make sure on the outside of your box you're putting the PSA level down, like economy 30 day or whatever it is. Because if you don't, it goes into another area and you're looking at another 2 to 3 weeks before it gets logged in. So your initial 2 to 4 weeks, if you have it labeled right. If it's not, you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, and then from the time it gets logged in, I hit 30 days on both of them to the T. 30 business days from the day they logged them in. No, I take it back. 29 and 30. So they're catching up. I haven't seen any 7 or 8s out there. But yeah, they told me my bulk orders, they might get logged in, and one was a late December. And I can't remember if it was before or after Christmas, and the other one was like a late January. They said honestly, I might not even see them logged in until October, November. Well, here's the thing: bulk can't go over $100 in value. If it's over $100 in value, that's no longer a bulk submission. If that card value is over 100, then you got to go to economy and up. Now, if you're using somebody out there that has some different membership prices, I don't know what their values are at and stuff like that. But I do all my own through my membership, and I do quarterly specials whenever I have enough for it and stuff like that. But anything bulk that I would label bulk, like the $15 modern day things and stuff, I'll spend the extra $5 and push it over to a 30 day. That's what I've been doing. But yeah, I got a ton of stuff over here that I don't know when it'll go out. See, I got two more Tatums here, but there when I looked at them, there's some whiting on the bottom right there and the top right there. And I think that's what they got me on my other Tatums with nines, if that's what it was. And then I'll send them. I'll still take nines on them all day long. Yeah, that's the thing. It's bad. You got to pay attention to the value. Now, granted, like I don't have my tens here, but like okay, so a Zion nine's like 250 ish, okay, but the 10 is popping like 750 ish on there. They still gave me the 30 day, which is up to 499 onto it, instead of upcharging me to another $30 for the next level. Tatum 9 for that is well, I did get one back at the 10. It was Donovan Mitchell. Um, the PSA 9 Tatums are like 55, $60. I wouldn't want to get an 8 because I don't know where I really would sell it at now. But if you guys haven't joined myslabs.com, that's the alternative to eBay. Where if you're selling on it and you get become an approved seller, it's only 1% fee. I put on there yesterday 3 cards. Now I did put the Obsidian basketball boxes on there too, way cheaper in eBay and through what you can get on Blowout and stuff. They haven't sold. But the Jordan Decade of Excellence was not even on there 10 minutes. Same price I had in the store, popped and sold. And then I sold the Morant that was in the store for more. I sold it for I think $1.20 or $1.25 on there. Okay, if I get an 8 on one, I'll let you know. But yeah, if you guys haven't gone to myslabs.com, It was made up by a group of guys, man. They were just tired of paying eBay fees. And the thing is, it has to be a slab card. It has to be PSA or BGS. They're letting SGC slide in now, but there's no GMAs or none of that other crazy stuff out there. And the prices are reasonable. Now, there are some guys that list their stuff higher, and the reason behind it is prices nowadays are just going so much up. You don't want to sit there and be like, oh man, I forgot I had a Zion Silver out there, and you get less for it. So they're constantly putting their prices up, but you could do best offers. Some guys take them, but I've sold a lot on there from wax and everything. What's up, Boston? But definitely, definitely, if you guys have not even looked at it, it's crazy. And he just started this probably maybe 6, 8 months ago at the most. He's already getting it revamped up, and what little he gets on the 1% for the transactions on there for the site, he's just putting it right back into it. And he's got some good stuff coming out here, hopefully by the end of the year, which is a lot of coding for it, but really good. Oh, you're talking about with only PSA or BGS? The thing is, and I kind of get it too, is that like some of the graders like GMA, and there's companies that come up every day as graders, and a lot of them are just not recognized by a lot of people. I mean, everybody starts out somewhere, but he's allowing SGC on there now. As I see him go on there, and I think that's his next update is where they're adding SGC to that tab on there. What's up, dear man? But I mean, honestly, I only buy PSA and BGS. It's just always been the two to go to that draw the most back. SGC, I was starting to put orders in, but just so everybody's tracking, all right? I know a guy who submitted end of April. It took 57 business days to complete his order from when they logged it in to they shipped it on a 20-day submission. SGC's been around for a long time. They have. It's just that nobody's ever really backed them. They were good for a while on vintage when they did that little point system at the top. Some people really liked that. Like I don't do BVG. I don't like BVG. I don't like the BCCP that Beckett offers either. And now you got CGS, who's going to start grading cards as well too, and they're very, very well known for their comic books and coins. I will probably grade some lower end stuff that I was going to send to SGC to them. I'm not a real big fan of the labels, but they're still in the process of it. I will probably use those over SGC though. And the only reason is that I'm not a fan that SGC charges me the money up front and then they sit there and hold on to your cards past the time frame. Where everybody else, once the card's graded, then they do it. Yeah, I just never been a fan of GMA ever. ABC, look at 57 days. 57. That was his end of April, and I think that's when it got logged in. He just got him back and did the reveal, and you could tell he was disgusted with the grades. So I know they probably lost at least a few people that were sending in that I've talked to their business, and I think from just what we were talking is that we're going to go with CGS over SGC Granted, they did get a new building, SGC, and all this stuff months ago, but I just don't want to pay the money up front if you're not going to make it on a deadline. I'll take a look at it. Well, that would probably be an idea with GMA. I mean, if you just wanted slabbed. You're probably looking at another 3 weeks, Anthony. Because I think his was logged in April 29th as the date that's ringing in my head right now. But I'm going to tell you, they were some hard grades. I don't know if it was like a new grader or they're just trying to whip through and get as much as they can out now or what. But I know a lot of people stop sending to SGC now because of the fact the money up front and them being 3 months behind. I mean, I have no problem with you being behind. Just don't take my money till you grade the card. I kind of got there like, oh, well, then if they grade and they don't pay, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? Take the chance. I mean, I've even had it where PSA, uh, this was probably, see, I didn't grade PSA all last year. So the year before, where they were processing, they just had a tab on my account. And that was cool of them to do it that way. But I was doing a lot more 2, 3 years ago with BGS and PSA both. I mean, we were when I was breaking a lot more on full cases and stuff. I was always sending stuff in, and I'd have guys send me their stuff, and I would just start batching orders up. See, PSA is like kind of almost like the original slab type deal out there. Beckett was doing stuff. I forget when they started. It was oh, I don't even remember. I just remember they had it in their own market in their own magazine. I'd have to go back and really look at it all. Yeah, I mean, I could do money orders on, but they still would have the money wrapped up. I don't like paying for stuff up front and there not being a good turnaround time. That would be like Walmart charging me 2 months out for a product on pre-order, and then them saying, "Oh well, we didn't get it. You know, well, let's refund your money." I could have did other stuff with that money. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that ISA. I'm kind of curious now. I always look at more of the other ones that are all in running in contention. See, PSA, they lucked out. See, Beckett had the magazine, so that's why their stuff started becoming more popular over time because they were also pricing their grades out back then. PSA became favorable because they started doing the PSA sets, the registry, and that's all they did. And that really boosted up the collectors because of getting like saying you have the best set this year and all that stuff. That's at least in my opinion. That's what I've seen a lot from back in the early 2000s. I would say. No, I had to call them, Jack. So when they delivered all that stuff, I was waiting, 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 and waiting, and nothing was hitting my accounts. And I only keep in the bank account that I use for that, like stuff like this. what I would pretty much be, owed out type deal. So I called, they put me through four different people on the phone, four different supervisors. The guy finally came on and spoke really, really, really good English. We talked, and I was like, they were trying to tell me to send them back and all this stuff. And I'm like, you come here and pick them up and box them up. I ain't doing crap. I'm not driving during COVID-19 to go drop your mistake off. Basically, the end state was they gave them to me for free. All because of their mix up. Because they canceled those orders. On my thing, it showed canceled, and then somehow when it shows like your order history, then it had restocked and they reordered for me without my verification on it. Yeah, ABC. I do like the black border for some of the cards. No lie, some of them make the card pop out really well. Well, it was basically like $200 in cards for free. My whole thing was that, why are you doing this? And the funny part was, oh, well, the first person, we need to reauthorize your card and we can't do it without you. And I said, if I wouldn't call, what would you have done? We would have sent you letters. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's really funny. You're going to send me a letter. Yeah, PSA actually has me on an account where, like, they would have still mailed my stuff even though I had an expired card with them. And then they send me a bill, usually like, oh, I think it's like 3 or 4 days later. It'll have like your total on it, and then I have 30 days to pay it. But I always do mine up front. Yeah, but I will give PSA credit though too. That they're working around the clock to try to catch up versus other companies right now. That's what really shocked me the most, to see at 2 in the morning their time that my grades were in there updated, and 4 hours later I had tracking at 6 a.m. their time. Actually, with PSA, I mean, I'm not going to throw a big stink about the bulk order because they put that out when they first started it. That they gave an estimated time, but there was no guarantee onto it. But if I really would be like, you guys had the 30-day for 60 days now, they would give me a couple vouchers or something. But I just never really bother with them because I can get in touch with them. They're always pleasant on the phone with me. Um, I mean, there's been times to where I had a grade that was questionable on a card, and they sent me stuff onto it and stuff that I missed. So I just never really had a big issue with them. Although though it could be my sales rep too. I can't give it away. Like my sales rep for GTS is phenomenal. You know, but I've heard other people complain about their sales reps at GTS. And I'm like, your guy doesn't tell you all this stuff, and they're like, no. So it could just be on that, whoever that representative is too that you're talking to. Some people go above and beyond. They say they have, but what I got back in email is they're working some people on Saturdays and they're working some extended hours. It's very brief to where you just don't know what that means. Does it mean they're working instead of 5 p.m., they're working to 9 or 10? Um, PSA has added more staff, and what they've done is the new people they got when going through their training and stuff, they should be set in place here very shortly. But that's where they're going to start them at, with the bulk order. So be wary with the bulk order for a while with the new people. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything to where like SGC has showed me that they are trying to pick up. I mean, you could say we're working extra hours. What does that really mean? I mean, I wouldn't really known PSA was working, all hours of the night. They sent a thing out. Um, there were two emails in the past 90 days. One was about catching up, and it was like a survey type deal. And I put on there, why not work 24 hours if you could only have so many people in the building and run a 24-hour thing. Maybe more people did that because I think I talked about it. The other one was about their labels that they're getting ready to do a little bit of modification on too. So, but I think overall, yeah, I think they are. BGS ain't at all. I mean, from what I'm hearing from the one group, Sappy, where he does he lives right there, takes the stuff down there and everything. They are just getting further and further behind. They even upcharge their 1 day or same. No, it was the same day grading and all that. And I think 2 day went up too. I think 2 days like $66 with an auto now or something. And unless I pulled something that was huge, like I would probably say right now, if I were to pull a Zion Silver Prism, I would probably still set it to PSA over BGS because PSA would probably get it done quicker. And if I want to get it done, we'll say it wouldn't have to be economy at a 9. If I would did the next step up, I forget what that is, regular, I think it's called. They would still put it through the system, and then if I got upcharged at the end, so be it. Which I'd have no problem with that. That's 100% true, Fall Creek. It really is. If you don't make that good impression, I mean, look at SGC's Facebook group page. There's nothing on there. Their business page. I could say Steve Sloan for PSA sent about at least probably 10 emails out since COVID started. Well, I'm just more worried with SGC because they're taking all this money up front. And they're probably using that money to fund these people, okay? My weary part is that's not a good business model to begin with, is taking the money up front. Even like on pre orders with cases with GTS, I don't pay until the day they process and ship it. But can you imagine that, like, if SGC starts losing all their stuff down there and nobody starts submitting because of all this? They have no money coming in. How are they going to pay the people who still got to grade cards? That's the one thing that worries me the most, just their process behind it. Because if they're all about the money up front, it means they're using that money to pay salaries, purchase whatever they need for the business, pay bills, all that stuff. What happens now when they lose, a couple thousand people that aren't going to send submissions in because they're so far behind, and you start losing hundreds of thousands of dollars? How do you make that up and keep afloat? Wow. So we just topped a new single day total here in Kentucky, 979 people. That's the highest we ever had. I'm starting to wonder if my show's going to go on. Right now it's a go with the city, but if these numbers keep going up, they're going to bump me. Hey, no big deal. I get my deposit back, but staying in the membrane. I think it will, Jack. I'm really thinking that they bit off more than they could chew. And they were fine before where they were doing orders prior to 20 days, like day 18, I heard and stuff. But, I don't know. We've never hit high numbers like this. That's the funny part. We were so low on a totem pole. When you look at all the COVID cases, like I was telling my mom, she's like telling me, "Oh, you have more than Pennsylvania total," and I'm like, "No, you don't. You're like four times our number. You guys are over almost. Well, that day we were close to 100,000 COVID cases in the state." And I looked at, we were like just over 20,000. And I'm like, we're like number 40 on the list out of like 53 states and territories. I include like Guam, Puerto Rico, and somewhere else. But like I said, they put us back to phase zero at work. I got like 3 more months of being at home. I'm gonna, I'm gonna lose my mind. I mean, I can just see a lot of the young kids, man. They gotta be losing their minds. I mean, I don't know. You can only play video games so much, and parents starting to get upset. I think that's going to be interesting. I should have showed you guys how I sent this stack of PSAs when I broke my A6 Tops trade set. I bricked them, but I didn't brick them like this. So it was cardboard, card, cardboard, card, cardboard, card. You get the idea. And then you had the cardboard, on the outer ends too. And I duct tape or not duct taped it. Oh my gosh, I painter taped it. And I'll tell you what, it was probably the best thing I've ever done. That packing that way. I used to put slabs right up against each other, but I think that cardboard in between it's really going to help. Very true. But see, the thing is, nobody wants to visit Kentucky. I mean, what, to see a Louisville Bat Stadium or a bat manufacturer? Maybe go on a bourbon tour? Florida, you got beaches and everything. Everybody in every state wants to come there, bringing their disease down to you. Man, they started. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. You had to have a mask on totally out here. I was over a little under 2 weeks. I think it was last Thursday. So probably been about 10 days now. But mask everywhere. There's not much unless you want to go visit Jim Beam and all the bourbon places out here. Some people do the Louisville thing. Um, unless you're like a big college sports dude like UK and U of L, that's about it. There's some cool places that are hidden out here, like the falls and stuff like that. But there's this is not a vacation spot unless you know somebody here. I mean, look at a place like Nevada that's recording their numbers. You know how many tourists they're getting, especially at the casinos. I don't know if I'd want to go to. I don't know if Charles is even in here. Charles, you in here? Hell no. I think he might have popped in here earlier. I haven't seen it. I stopped the 2020 projects. I got some of the stuff early on. It's just sitting behind me. Emu. Everywhere you go, there's an emu. Now, you guys do have a lot of older people down there, too, retirement places. I traveled all through Florida. I don't think there's not one big city I haven't been in Florida. From way over in Destin area to Panama City Beach, Tampa, Clearwater, Jacksonville, Miami, Orlando, Daytona, Boca Raton. Well, that's the Jacksonville area. Remember, I went to Lakeland, but I know that's not a big area. The Shopify rabbit hole. What did you do? Oh, not much. I'm trying to figure out what the Shopify rabbit hole is. You got a Shopify account now, Chris? Mostly 2020. Yeah, you could get them cheaply now. I probably drove through it. As much as I used to go down there and wrestle and stuff, probably drove through it. What's up, hobbyist? Oh, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. Shopify store. That thing's it's hard, man. I told you through the years with mine, man. It just all that code, and I'm not that smart. And now you have to do everything online to talk to them. Before, man, I used to be able to call and get the girls from Ireland. They'd do anything. They were bored when I'd call. What's up, Positive Breaks? I'm doing good. Debating on dinner. Y'all don't forget, Extreme Rules is starting here shortly. And that is WWE. It's not. I was gonna have it in the background, be like Extreme watching Extreme or something, but I don't want to get beat up too much for it. At this time frame, ABC, I'm kind of glad that when I was getting ready to retire, I had this place that dealt with like tobacco, and there was like only I think two or three people assigned in Kentucky, but they were trying to. It was basically I wasn't a sales rep, but you would go and like put up the displays in the stores. I forget what they called it, but it was no joke. They were paying 80,000 a year for this. Then they would pay for my training hotels, and if I had to move, they were going to move me and all that stuff. I almost was thinking about it, but then I was like, they were all into it. They were going to give me a car, a laptop, an iPad, all this stuff, and I was like, huh. And then I fell out of it. Nah. No, I'm telling you, them girls from Ireland, man, when they were helping me out with my Shopify account, they're like, stop, don't touch nothing. And I'm like, whoa. I couldn't tell you how many times I joke around with them. I'm like, hey, if I ever come to Ireland, we're all partying. I owe you guys many, many, many beers. Because the work they did for me would have cost me a lot of money. I don't know if the hotels do or not. I heard they were at one time. I don't know if that's state law or not. What was funny was three of the girls, because when they would email you, would give you email you back. It would give you, I think it was their first and last name originally. Then Shopify changed the first name, last name, initial. But I used to hit them up on Facebook all the time. Like, are you working today? How do I get directly to you? I don't want anybody else. And it was just because they were really good at what they did. Especially, like, don't use this app, it's garbage. And I'm like, okay. I'll tell you, when I needed to go 5 lines, they're like, well, you'd have to change your theme and do all this. I'm like, would that be all recoding? They're like, yep. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. But they hooked it up a lot. Oh, I don't want to start this eBay new processing method tomorrow. I like just having everything go to PayPal. I literally had to go get another. I added a bank account to my account online just so that if eBay ever got hacked, they have a dummy account that there will never be money in that account except for when eBay sends it, and I'll leave $1 in there. I got my notice yesterday saying sometime on the way it worded too was really weird. Was 20 July your stuff will go automatic. That was on eBay site. It wasn't like one of them spam things, but I was like, alrighty then, new way of doing stuff. See how it works out. Oh, nice. I was wondering how those guys if they're still doing TTMs during all this crazy times now. Yeah, it might be. How many people are deceased out of the 91 set though? I bet you somewhere out there somebody has cards all even from guys before they were deceased from that set. Because I can remember from like '91, like when I think, wow, where was I at in '91? I was probably like sophomore in high school, maybe in ninth grade. I don't know. But I remember taking baseball cards to the games and having guys sign them. So I bet you they're all out there. Yeah, Carter, Puckett. I'm almost positive people have because I remember us taking cards all the time, and Upper Deck was always the ones everybody was signing during that time frame. That and Tops. Yeah, we used to do it all the time, and I remember like when we get to the stadium, my dad when we would go up to the stands, the souvenir stands. He would buy me a couple team sets. Upper Deck and Tops were the only ones you'd ever see in team sets, and we'd go down there because we would use. I can't remember. It was somebody in my family's seats, but they were right up on the behind like the dugout, where the dugout would end by first base, and those guys used to sign all the time right there. The only thing bad with those seats is everybody's trying to jump over you, and you're like trying to eat your hot dog or something, and it's now falling on the ground because, oh my goodness, Bobby Bonilla is now signing an autograph for Sid Breen back then. All right, positive breaks. Have a good supper. I gotta get ready to start ordering me some dinner in off a good old DoorDash. I mean, ever since I got all that DoorDash credit, I just really been using it. Don't have to cook. I can have Red Lobster delivered here, all kind of things. Even had ice cream earlier during CBC's thing. Yeah, I have a big book over in one of my things over there in the closet from when I was a kid. And a couple times, oh, what was that guy's name? Hold on. Wasn't Sid Bream. Oh, it was the outfielder, not Bonds, but Andy Van Slyke. He would come out there because we used to always probably go to probably a dozen games or plus a year, and he would always come out there and he would take a team set from me and he would take it down the dugout and I'd have them all signed. I will never forget that. Oh, Eddie Van Slyke was a great guy. I don't know what it was. I mean, like I said, I used to always try to get in there. I mean, like I said, we were right at the rail. People were always throwing stuff over us from trying to sign, reaching over. It was just one day I was trying to get the program signed by him, and like everybody just like going crazy over top of me and stuff because my mom and dad, I was in the middle, of course, and they were pretty lenient to a point, but I remember him seeing I had one of those. It was a team bag full of. Oh, I want to say that was probably 1989, maybe 1990 tops. And he grabbed the whole thing, so I'll be right back, and had everybody sign them. That might even been '88. I'd have to look at the sets. But yeah, he was always really cool because I was sitting there trying to a couple times trying to swingle through there to find the Van Slyke out of there. He'd be like, "Give me a stack, be back." About 10 minutes later, all of them would come out. That's back when everybody would sign back in the day. I don't think you could do that anymore. Some people can't even sign because of their agreements with certain companies. Remember, we were in Atlanta. And I took the Pittsburgh side behind the dugout. Man, we got right up. I remember the tickets were only like $75 to watch somebody play the Pirates because they had that 20 some years of being the horriblest team ever. So we were sitting up in there and everything. And the girl I was with, she was from I think she grew up in Texas, if I remember right. Well, anyhow, we were sitting there, and they end up, I guess, doing something with one of the little things between innings where they run the bases and all that kind of stuff. But she ended up getting Chipper Jones to come the whole way walking over to give her an autograph. But I think he just thought she was hot. That was my thing. Yeah, well, team sets were only like 20 cards maybe back then. And maybe 15, 20. It wasn't a lot. Oh man, I had a girl that I dated. She was a gym rat, and she used to in the evenings, what do you call it, personal trainer and stuff like that from her regular day job. And I guess she used the same gym as Chipper Jones and stuff because everybody would pester her to get him to autograph stuff, and she hated Alex asking. And I'm trying to remember who the other guy was that was up in there. He wasn't as famous as Chipper. Where He went to Oakland to play, I think, for a while. The guy I'm thinking about. He was a big rookie in the early '90s. I can't even think of it. Yeah, and that's been tested a couple times. If you're up front and you have a hot girlfriend and the ball gets hit to you, and that first baseman or outfielder see it, they pick them out. If there's no kids around you, you're good. Now it wasn't Andrew Jones. I'm trying. I could see the face. I just can't think what his rookie year was. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the list. It'll pop in my head. Huh. Yeah, no joke. I had a girl from Colorado. She got Larry Walker's autograph, and that's when Larry Walker was like going insane. Um, I'm trying to remember where the other one went to a Denver Broncos game during Tebow's rookie year. Of course, he autographed something for the hot girl with me. I mean, I couldn't get nothing. I can't think who the other guy was before Tebow's years. I just remember. Oh, what the heck was his name? Brady Quinn, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, those girls always get the stuff. Well, the other way, Jack, is just get hit by a ball. Then they feel bad and come over and give you like an autographed shoe or something. And worst case scenario, you can always use rentafriend.com and find one and just bring her to the game. I see a lot of people that got hit at games that got all kind of stuff. The worst one I ever seen was a bat. Man, they got two people with one bat. Now, granted, if you get hit in the head, you're probably not going to be at the game. But somewhere down the line, they'll come find you and do something. Wow, that's not very nice of him. Yeah, I've seen stuff like them come out after the game or telling people to stay there because they had a ground ball that somehow I never seen anything quite like this, but it hit and it like angled back up into the stands, and it probably I think the people were about 10 people down from us and got hit. And they came over at the end, and I mean, they guys were taking off jerseys, autographing them all for them. That's messed up. He made your mom into a Christmas card, I bet. I can see it now. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to log off here, get some dinner order, and watch some Extreme Rules, WWE style. I always like the extreme matches. Nothing to do with the extreme and the extreme card breaks. I just like watching guys. I don't think there are any barbed wire matches, but I guess they have that swamp fight tonight, so I'm kind of interested in watching it. Not too many WWE events I actually watch anymore. Thankfully, my network's free, but I don't think I'd ever pay. Well, even $10 a month ain't bad. Yeah, send me an email tonight. I already know you're from Florida and everything, so I'll know it's you. Just hit me up and I'll get that out to you tomorrow. And Titans fan, helmet will go out tomorrow. I got your stuff already in the store. I know who you are. And we are good. Everybody else have a good night. I'll come live tomorrow long as PSA, there we go. Gets the UPS store. We'll do a reveal. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.